wronged, he tries to get the wrongs righted. In times of famine, he has spoken of our troubles, and gifts of food have come while the government argued about what to do." He wished he could see Edith Shaw's face. "There was a sickness in our village, and my magic could not cure it," another said. "Mayor Heidelbear gave me Oomphel to cure it, and told me how to use it. He did this privately, so that I would not be made to look small to the people of the village." And that had infuriated EETA. It was a question whether unofficial help to the natives or support of the prestige of a Shunu had angered them more. "His father was a trader. He gave good Oomphel and did not cheat. Mayor Heidelbear grew up among us. He took the manhood test with the boys of the village," another oldster said. "He listened with respect to the grandfather stories. No, Mayor Heidelbear is not our enemy. He is our friend." "And so I will prove myself now," he told them. "The government is angry with the people, but I will try to take their anger away, and in the meantime I am permitted to come here and talk with you. Here is a chief of soldiers, and one of the government people, and your words will be heard by the Oomphel machine that remembers and repeats, for the governor and the great soldier chief." They all brightened. To make a voice recording was a wonderful honor. Then one of them said, "But what good will that do now? The last hot time is here. Let us be permitted to return to our villages, where our people need us." "It is of that I wish to speak. But first of all, I must hear your words, and know what is in your minds. Who is the eldest among you? Let him come forth and sit in the front, where I may speak with him." Then he relaxed while they argued in respectfully subdued voices. Finally, one decrepit oldster, wearing a cloak of yellow ribbons and carrying a highly obscene and ineffably sacred wooden image, was brought forward and installed on the front and center cushion. He'd come from some village to the west that hadn't gotten word of the swarming. Gonzalez's men had snagged him while he was making crop fertility magic. Miles showed him the respect due his advanced age and obviously great magical powers, displaying, as he did, an understanding of the regalia. "I have indeed lived long," the old Shunu replied. "I saw the hot time before. I was a child of Shohai." He measured about 2.5 feet off the floor. That would make him 95 or thereabouts. "I remember it." "Speak to us, then. Tell us of the Gone Ones, and of the Sky Fire, and of the last hot time. Speak as though you alone knew these things, and as though you were teaching me." Delighted, the oldster whooshed a couple of times to clear his outlets and began. "In the long ago time, there was only the Great Spirit. The Great Spirit made the world, and he made the people. In that time, there were no more people in the world than would be in one village now. The Gone Ones dwelt among them, and spoke to them as I speak to you. Then, as more people were born, and died and went to join the Gone Ones became many, and they went away and built a place for themselves, and built the Sky Fire around it. And in the place of the Gone Ones, at the middle of the Sky Fire, it is cool. From their place in the Sky Fire, the Gone Ones send wisdom to the people in dreams. The Sky Fire passes across the sky, from east to west, as the Always Same does, but is farther away than the Always Same, because sometimes the Always Same passes in front of it. But the Sky Fire never passes in front of the Always Same. None of the grandfather stories, not even the oldest, tell of a time when this happened. Sometimes the Sky Fire is big and bright. That is when the Gone Ones feast and dance. Sometimes it is smaller and dimmer. Then the Great Ones rest and sleep. Sometimes it is close, and there is a hot time. Sometimes it goes far away, and then there is a cool time. Now the last hot time has come. The sky fire will come closer and closer, and it will pass the always shame, and then it will burn up the world. Then will be a new world, and the gone ones will return, and the people will be given new bodies. When this happens, the sky fire will go out, and the gone ones will live in the world again with the people. The gone ones will make great magic and teach wisdom as I teach to you, and will no longer have to send dreams. In that time, the crops will grow without planting or tending or the work of women. In that time, the game will come to the villages to be killed in the gathering places. There will be no more of hunger and no more hard work, and no more the people will die or be slain. And that time is now here," he finished. "All the people know this."
"Tell me, Grandfather, how is this known? There have been many hot times before. Why should this one be the last hot time?"
"The Terrans have come and brought Oomphel into the world," the old Shunu said. "It is a sign."
"It was not prophesied before time. None of the people had prophecies of the coming of the Terrans. I ask you, who were the father of children and the grandfather of children's children when the Terrans came? Was there any such prophecy?" The old Shunu went silent, turning his pornographic icon in his hands, and looked at it.
"No," he admitted at length. "Before the Terrans came, there were no prophecies among the people of their coming. Afterward, of course, there were many such prophecies, but there were none before."
"That is strange. When a happening is a sign of something to come, it is prophesied before time." He left that seed of doubt alone to grow, and continued. "Now, Grandfather, speak to us about what the people believe concerning the Terrans."
"The Terrans came to the world when my eldest daughter bore her first child," the old Shunu said. "They came in great ships, such as come often now, but which had never before been seen. They said they came from another world like the world of people, but so far away that even the sky fire could not be seen from it. They still say this, and many of the people believe it, but it is not real. At first, it was thought that the Terrans were great Shunun who made powerful magic, but this is not real either. The Terrans have no magic and no wisdom of their own. All they have is the Oomphel, and the Oomphel works magic for them and teaches them their wisdom. Even in the schools which the Terrans have made for the people, it is the Oomphel which teaches."
He went on to describe, not too incorrectly, the reading screens and view screens and audiovisual equipment.
"Nor do the Terrans make the Oomphel, as they say. The Oomphel makes more Oomphel for them."
"Then where did the Terrans get the first Oomphel?"
"They stole it from the Gone Ones," the old Shunu replied. "The Gone Ones make it in their place in the middle of the sky fire, for themselves and to give to the people when they return. The Terrans stole it from them. For this reason there is much hatred of the Terrans among the people. The Terrans live in the dark place, under the world, where the sky fire and the always shame go when they are not in the sky. It is there that the Terrans get the Oomphel from the Gone Ones, and now they have come to the world, and they are using Oomphel to hold back the sky fire and keep it beyond the always shame, so that the last hot time will not come and the Gone Ones will not return. For this reason, too, there is much hatred of the Terrans among the people."
"Grandfather, if this were real, there would be good reason for such hatred, and I would be ashamed for what my people had done and were doing. But it is not real." He had to rise and hold up his hands to quell the indignant outcry. "Have any of you known me to tell not real things and try to make the people act as though they were real? Then trust me in this. I will show you real